I had a conversation with my friend's mom who I bumped into, and we were talking about how being raised in the 80s, everything was relatively stable, and we grew up in this bubble of relative safety and this feeling of having goals, dreams, and going after them. If you wanted an education, you could get that. If you wanted a family, you could get that. If you wanted a house, you could eventually work towards these things and get them. But the state of the world that we live in right now, that is not the case. Our future feels very unknown. And a lot of us are feeling that right now. I feel that in my chest, like the emotion comes up when I start talking about it. We're in a different place. And if you live in Canada or North America, you grew up with certain privileges of not being subject to wars and certain things that other developing countries have gone through in more recent history. We in North America are going through a shock to the system, figuring out this new way to situate our minds and our hearts within this world and still have dreams and goals, still go after them. But dealing with the unknown and dealing with the feeling that what we thought was possible might not be possible in the same way. And there's a lot of disappointment and grief in that. And it takes a lot of courage to wake up every day and still maintain some form of optimism and lightness and hope. I've gone over to Substack because I feel like I can communicate some of these things a little more articulately and maybe have a conversation with more of an intimate audience over there through newsletters and long form written content. And so I've been a little absent on this app, but I still want to figure out a way to share video. So I'm figuring it out. But if you want to join me on Substack, my journey over there, check it out. Check out link in bio. I write a Substack called Wannabe Wisdom, Diaries of a Fake Guru.